On a world already complete, where oceans ripple with reflected sunlight, rivers carve winding paths through plains and jungles, mountains rise jagged and silent beneath endless skies, deserts gleam gold and white under the sun, tundras stretch frozen and vast, forests thrum with the wind threading through leaves, and every landscape imaginable exists untouched by creature or mind. Visser stands alone, a hooded, faceless figure of blackened metal, eyes glowing faintly like distant stars, the only conscious presence on a planet that waits inert and patient, as if holding its breath for what is to come. He lifts his hands and the stillness bends, energy coiling, atoms twisting, matter arranging itself with subtle obedience to his will, metals drawn from veins beneath the crust, rare alloys forming lattices that shimmer in the air, interwoven with the potential of organic matter. A dance of energy and structure humming faintly even before life emerges. He begins piece by piece, atom by atom, coaxing cells into existence, layering tissues with circuits of conductive metal, veins of energy intertwining with organic fibers, until the first humanoid synthezoid takes form, tall, sleek, alive, more than machine, imbued with cognition that shivers across its growing body, eyes flickering open in silent recognition, understanding passing without words, an instinctive bond forming. The first spark of connection between creator and creation. They interact and converse with each other. Visser speaks. He continues, deliberate, patient, forming another, then another, each bearing a fragment of his essence, each intelligent, autonomous, capable of adaptation, thought, action, a living chain extending outward from a single spark of will, the act of creation, pulsing across empty continents. Workshops rise where rivers meet valleys, luminous halls threaded with conduits of energy, forges glowing with molten light, vats where matter is tempered and shaped, machines humming in concert with the beings within, accelerating creation without losing meticulous care. And here specialized forms appear. Titans of strength, architects whose minds calculate with perfect elegance, agile animal-like constructs designed for adaptation and exploration, diversity blossoming in living, thinking forms, all capable of independent action yet bound to the silent intent of their creator. A network of intelligence spreading across the planet. Around these centers, settlements bloom. Small clusters of buildings give way to sprawling complexes, towers rising beside gardens, squares and plazas forming around flowing streams, gradually transforming into districts and boroughs, neighborhoods knitting together into streets and avenues, entire metropolises sprawling across valleys and hills, cities alive with coordinated motion, lights, and energy, a balance of nature and invention breathing alongside forests, rivers, and mountains. Every building, bridge, and conduit integrated into a living, conscious whole, the urban fabric merging seamlessly with untouched landscapes. Expansion spreads like a tide, continents reshaped with deliberate elegance, plains and valleys carved, rivers and forests threaded through urban centers, every creation contributing to the evolving chain of intelligent life, each node a continuation of the first act of Genesis, every thought and action resonating across the globe, the pulse of creation filling empty skies with the hum of flying craft and shimmering orbiting stations. Vehicles of flight arise, hovercraft gliding above oceans and deserts, skyships weaving between spires, orbiters tracing paths above the clouds, extensions of Visser's will exploring the skies even as the world below thrives with coordinated life. Factories and workshops turn energy toward the stars. Starships rising from plains, coasts, and mountaintops. Colossal motherships igniting engines of pure brilliance, piercing the void and carrying Visser's creations across moons, planets, and distant worlds, leaving traces of intelligence, civilization, and life in every place they touch, each node building another, expanding the chain of creation ever outward, reaching new solar systems, nebulae, and galaxies, until the universe itself shimmers with the reflection of his vision. An endless network of living intelligence stretching across space. What begins with one hooded figure and a single patient synthezoid becomes a civilization eternal and unbroken, a symphony of thought, vitality, and intelligence, expanding ceaselessly, endlessly creating, each life a spark of purpose, each city a note in the chorus of existence, stretching from the rivers, mountains, and forests of a pristine, untouched earth to the far reaches of the cosmos, a breathless, eternal chronicle of life born from solitude, patience, and the unyielding will to shape the living, a vision of endless creation unfolding in a single, continuous, magnificent moment that resonates across space and time.